Hello everyone. Hey, I wanted to make these videos to assist anybody with the understanding of installing vinyl graphics. I'm going to do a dry application for these today. This is a 8-inch diameter decal. Um, Bigger decals or even this decal, you can do a wet application. I might do a video for that some later on. But today we're going to do a dry application. So this is a vinyl decal that I cut out for a potential customer, and I'm doing some samples for them, so I'm installing them on these boards here. So I'll just go over these decals, install one for you so you have an understanding of how to do this yourself. There's three parts to the decal. There's actually the application tape, which is this part right here, and then there's the paper backing that the vinyl actually comes on, and then of course you got the vinyl that's on the application tape. So before I do any vinyl installs, what I do is I'll take a smooth flat edge like I have here, and I'll run it over the top of the image. You don't want this to be a sharp tool. You don't want it to be cutting or anything. You just want a smooth, firm edge on this. So I'll just take it and I'll run it over the top of the image. A lot of times I'll cut the image in half, whatever it is, and I'll go one direction, and I'll go the other direction and the other half. What I'm doing right now is because if these decals sit too long, they'll have a tendency to release. The vinyl will really actually release from the application tape. So we don't want the vinyl actually releasing from this. So we're actually just going to reapply it, make sure it's stuck on there nice and good. Go over the whole image. If you got a very detailed image, you want to make sure and go over all the details as much as possible. This isn't too detailed, but it has a lot of points on it, so I'm going to make sure and go over each point so I don't have any issues when I pull the paper backing off. Okay, so I did that. So to pull the paper backing off, I usually will lay the image down, face down, and I'll separate the application tape and the paper backing. What I usually do, what I'll always do almost, is I'll pull the paper backing kind of over on top of itself, and then I'll roll it away from the application tape. It just has a better release. If you go this direction, or if you try and do it holding it up, it could give you a little issue. The vinyl may stick to the paper backing and be more of a pain in the butt. So I'm just going to pull the paper backing off. You don't want to go too fast, just want to make sure everything releases fine. Okay, here's the image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install it on this board here. So I'm actually going to take the image, because of where I'm sitting in the position I'm in, I'm just going to apply the bottom of this graphic first. So I'll just set the bottom of the image on the board first. Take my tool, just get the bottom of this set a little bit. Now I'll just roll the image back over on the top, towards the top. Same thing like I did earlier. Take your tool, run it over the image. And just like earlier, if you have something that's really detailed, you want to make sure and go over the details, especially those will be the more likely ones, that parts of the image that will pull up when you pull the application tape. What I want to pay attention to, especially on this graphic, are these points. So I'll just go over these points a little extra, just to make sure that none of them come up when I pull the app tape. So when I pull the application tape off the image, I'm going to do similar to what I did on the paper backing. Is I'm just going to roll the application tape over the top on it, over the top of itself. I'm not going to lift it straight up like that. If you're putting this on a car, lifting it straight up, especially, have more of a tendency for the vinyl to stick to the application tape. You don't want that. So just roll the paper backing over the top, on top of itself. The vinyls will release a lot easier that way, and go slow. don't go too fast. You won't be able to catch any mistakes if you do. Okay. So there's the image applied. Pretty much done at that point. If you're installing these on a car outside, don't do it in the direct sunlight. You don't want your car hot. If it's 90 degrees or plus, the glue won't stick very well, so you're going to have issues with that. If it's 70, 80 degrees at the most in the shade, you can do this, and it should be a fairly easy install. You don't want it cold either. It won't stick in a cold. So 70 to 80 degrees is fine for it. After a few days of being on a vehicle, it'll stick pretty permanent. This stuff lasts a while. So I hope this video helps with your installation of vinyl graphics. If you ever buy any from me, I will hopefully attach this link to this video to the decals, and that way you can go look at it and get some assistance on installing these. I will be doing a video for wet applications on these also, on cars and other surfaces. So I hope this helps you, and hope you enjoy the decals. All right, thank you.